Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Believe it or not, it's been 4 years since I bought this Mahindra tractor. This is the Mahindra Max 26 XLT, the Max XLT flavor of the Mahindra lineup. I wanted to give you guys the 4-year update here. And again, it's hard to believe it's been that long. So let's take a few moments, we'll walk around it, look at really the main functioning pieces of it. We'll go over what went wrong in the last year. I'm not going to cover every issue I've had over the last 4 years. If you guys want to check out those videos, I'll put one of them above here, and you'll find the rest of them in the Mahindra Max 26 XLT playlist. Again, plenty of information there. At this point in the video, I'd like to take the opportunity to remind you guys, I don't like to solicit this stuff much, but if you like the content, I would encourage you to subscribe and follow along. Just trying to get this content out there so people can see it. Hopefully they find it informative and helpful, and can use these videos as a tool to help them make decisions on what they want to do with their purchase, their acquisition. Are they having problems? That's the point of these videos, is for myself to learn some of this stuff the hard way so you guys don't have to, and try to be as informative as possible. Let's first walk around the tractor, then after that we'll cover what has gone wrong in the last year. Let's start over here on the right hand side of the tractor. If you're sitting on it, go the side of it, and we'll walk through each piece of it. As of right now, as it sits, it has 233 hours on the machine. Looking at general overall condition, seat's still in good shape. Keep in mind, this thing lives over here in this building. It's never stored outside, always stored inside, and protected from the elements. Also, please forgive me. I know it's a tractor and they're supposed to be dirty, but generally mine doesn't look this bad. It has not had its spring cleanup done yet, which generally I power wash it all, scrub it down nice, spray a little clear coat preserver on her, and do that type of thing. Looking down the tractor, everything is in good quality shape here. Plastic's in nice quality, nothing wrong with the display. Steering wheel still telescopes, moves up and down like intended, up and out of the way. I usually leave it down. The actual loader handle does loader handle things, no worry there. Brake pedals, treadle pedals in good shape. The metal, or the floor mat here on the bottom, still like new. Working over to the hydraulics, nothing is leaking. Everything's still in good shape there, aside from the grease that's coming out of the joints. When you grease these every 10 hours, there's just that happens. Walking around to this side, just taking a look at the paint. Loader's still in good shape, aside from the normal scratch, wear, and tear of using it. Front tires, most of their life they've lived on dirt and grass, so nothing really too exciting there. Walking around to the front cylinders look good. No obvious leaks, aside again from the dirt that gathers where you do the normal maintenance at on this. Taking a look at the bucket, still in good shape. The cutting edge, I've moved a ton of rock and a ton of dirt with this thing, and nothing is, it's not really wearing down much. I do have a few whammos from where I was yanking on stuff that I shouldn't, bending some metal here and there, but again, this is what sees all the abuse, so not really a surprise there. Quick hitch mechanism still works great. Again, I lubricate that about the same as I do the actual grease points here. Heavy hitch sticker still in good shape. Check out that video for the heavy hitch tooth bar. Makes this thing a digging machine. So walk around here to this side, we'll go ahead and pop the power barn, as some may call it here, and take a look at this fire-breathing diesel engine that's inside of it. Nothing too exciting in here. Believe it or not, I'm still running the OEM battery. 4 years later, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. The engine itself, nothing exciting. It's just a little dusty. Do your normal maintenance in there. Same with this side. Nothing's out of the normal. Looks like it did when it was new. That is still the original fan belt. Been washing it. It's still in good condition as well. Again, taking a look at all the plastics on this. Still in good shape, nothing to worry about. All them sheet metal still in good shape as well. Come around to this side of the things, all the grips on the high-low, the PTO engagement, four-wheel drive, the actual rear differential lock, the oil fill, the oil check, all in good shape. Nothing to worry about there. All the levers functioning as intended, lights, and of course the additional overhead beam that I added to this, and rear lights still working well. And I've, turned the key on, but horn still works, so nothing surprised there. Dash lights all work. Come back to the back of the tractor. Rear tires are still in good shape. Still even has some of the manufactured rubber pieces on there. Coming to the back, we do have the Mahindra MTIL 150 on here right now, hooked up for springtime, but the rear hydraulics, top link, lift linkage, turnbuckles, drawbar, everything back here is fine. No leaks, no problems. All of the lights still work as intended, so nothing there to worry about. I can turn them on to show you guys if you care to see. So, everything is working. Roll bar still in good shape. I've added a few things up here, like we mentioned before in a previous video, and that's really the walk around. Tractor's in great shape. Again, equipment generally will take a beating. Now, cosmetically, it's gonna look as bad as the people who treat it that way. But for normal wear and tear, like I treat it, normal maintenance, normal washing, normal cleanliness, this tractor is holding up very well. No complaints on my end. Paint is looking great. I've heard people complain about the Mahindra pink paint, but this one doesn't live outside. And I use that Lucas Oil spray stuff, the quick mist. I'll put a link that down in the description below for Amazon, what I use. Just keep in mind those are affiliate links. I do make a little commission off those. But, big picture, this thing is looking great as far as, just general condition and for general maintenance, general use. I don't treat it like a bulldozer, but I don't treat it like a normal lawnmower by any means. It gets in there. I've literally probably moved 120 ton worth of rock with this thing. I've moved, 40, 50, 60 yards worth of dirt. I mean, this thing has been used and used well. It does not sit in that garage and just collect dust. I use it every time I can because, well, two things. I'm lazy and I'm getting older and my back hurts. So let's try to preserve the back as much as we can here. As it sits right now, it's all in great operational shape and nothing is, out of the norm. Even the old seat, go forward backer, works as intended. Nothing to be concerned about. So as we go through all that, you're probably questioning, tractor's in good shape. What's happened in the last year? Any issues? Nope, absolutely not. I've had zero issues in the past calendar year. And really it's outside from the general oil change, fluid changes, checking air pressure, double checking bolts, greasing the, 2,500,000 grease points that are on tractors. Nothing exciting has happened. This is probably one of the only times it's going to be boring and uneventful. So when things just work like they're supposed to. Again, this does have 233 hours on it. I wouldn't say super high hours, but for over 4 years, we're really using about 50 hours a year, just a little bit more than that, which is actually just as much as I use my regular zero-turn mower for taking care of the yard. Get a lot of hard hours in this thing. Of course, there are a few hours where, you see me dragging around the kids here on the barrel wagons, but, most of it has been very hard loader work, and the loader hasn't bent, haven't had any problems with the front cylinders. And like anything, if you treat it how it should be treated, it's going to last you a long time. I do some hard loader work with it, but I also don't back drag with the bucket fully extended. As you see those issues where people break those front cylinders, it tells you right in the manual not to do that. It's a risk, a lot of leverage on a hardened shaft. So sorry I don't have more to report, but people always ask, would you still buy it? Definitely. The bang for your buck for Mahindra or TYM or LS, any of those type of tractors, they're all good units. My in-laws have the 2638, which is manufactured by TYM for Mahindra. It's been a great tractor as well. So, we don't have a whole lot of complaints. We've got two of these Mahindras here in the family, and we would definitely recommend them to others. Well, I always hear this argument of they don't hold their resale value. Well, two things. I don't plan on ever selling my stuff. And if I do, then I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But just from a pure, you know, how do I want to word this? From a pure, let's say this tractor is $15,000 from Mahindra and a John Deere of the same size is 30, 32. I'll just pretend like that's what it is. Yeah, this might only be worth 10,000 trade-in, maybe. The John Deere might be worth 24,000 trade-in, but you're still upside down that extra $15,000, which arguably you could buy two of these no-name tractors, which is, these Mahindra's all well-known name. You could buy two of these more economical and more budget-friendly tractors for the cost of one of those green paint or orange paint tractors. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you where they're made, who makes them, and perception of quality, but what I will tell you is, had I bought a John Deere, I'd probably still be making payments on it and have the same level of quality that I do now. But what I will tell you is, of tractors of the same size and this class, don't even come close as far as lifting specs and operational specs that this tractor does. So you generally have to upsize a size or two to be able to do the same thing. Now, do you always want to do that high, heavy, hard lifting with these smaller units? Absolutely not. If you wanted to do something heavy and hard all the time, you would do an upsize. But for the occasional guy like me who needs to pick a pallet of something out of the back of his truck, that's what I want to look to do. Bring her back around here. Definitely would check out a Mahindra tractor if you're interested in them. This one's been great for me. I would buy it again in a heartbeat. She's a hard-working machine and always gets the job done. Starts when it's cold, doesn't complain. And when she's done, she gets a nice wash, a little bit of care. So that's it for this short video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Get out there, look at some of these different tractors yourself. Don't just go buy what someone says, buy a John Deere, buy a Kubota because they said so. Don't buy a, get out there, try them out yourself. You'll understand that most of these tractors are built within reason of the same, quality. There's going to be some various pieces of engineering that are different. Cost is going to be a big one. But when you're out there, just look at the different features and then maybe make a decision what's best for you. There is always going to be that dealer aspect. John Deere does have the largest dealer network in the country. Kubota is also up there. But if you have a dealer like Mahindra LS, these more budget-friendly tractors nearby, don't be afraid to stop by and check them out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how they work out. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. I got some more projects I need to get done, so I better let you guys go, and I'll catch you in the next one. We'll see ya.